Hello everyone. Today we will try to look into one more problem on convolution sum. We have already solved a few problems on both convolution integral and convolution sum. Today we will see one more problem. This is the given question. Evaluate the discrete time convolution sum y of n is equal to half raised to n u of n minus 2 convolved with u of n. Okay. As and when we try solving the problem, we will just recall the steps that are involved. Okay, let us move towards the solution. The very first thing is we need to consider the given question in the form of two signals. Okay, so what we will do, we will just denote this first signal as x of n and the second signal as h of n. So after this, what we will do, we will try to draw these two signals. Okay, if you just observe the first signal x of n, it has got two parts, half raised to n into u of n minus 2. So we will draw both the signals, then we will multiply them to get x of n. Okay, this is u of n minus 2, which starts from 2, extends up to plus infinity. And half raised to n value can be any negative value, 0 and positive values. So if we go on putting n values, say if I put it as 0, half raised to 0 will be 1. At 0 you will get amplitude 1. Then at n is equal to 1, half. Then n is equal to 2, 1 by 4. N is equal to 3, 1 by 8. Then 1 by 16. Like that, it continuously the amplitude is getting decreased towards the positive infinity. Similarly, if you take the negative values of n, if I put n as minus 1, it will be half raised to minus 1, that is 2. Then half raised to minus 2, that is 4. Then 8. Then 16. So you will get a signal which is exponentially decreasing from minus infinity to plus infinity. Now, if I multiply both the signals, I'll get x of n. If you observe, before 2 you don't have any amplitude at the first signal, but you have amplitudes here because it is from minus to plus infinity. However, as here you are not having any amplitude, so you will not get any values in x of n till 2. At 2 and 2 onwards, all the amplitudes at the first signal are 1, and the second signal, the amplitudes are exponentially getting decreased. So if you multiply 1 with that exponential curve, you will get the same exponential curve starting from 2. So this is x of n. Remember, x of n is equal to 1 by 2 raised to n. Okay, and h of n is u of n. So simply draw h of n starting from 0 extending up to plus infinity. So this is the first step, considering both x and h, then drawing both the signals. Then we need to follow certain procedure. The procedure is, let me recall the procedure. First, draw x of k, then draw h of k, then h of minus k, then h of n minus k. We need to follow this. For that, first we have to draw x of k. We have already drawn x of n. To get x of k, simply replace n by k in this signal. So if I do that, you will get x of k starting from 2 extending up to infinity, and the horizontal axis is k, and your signal will become half raised to k. Then we need to go for drawing of h of k. So h of n we have already drawn. To get h of k, replace n by k. If I do that, it's from 0 to infinity, h of k. Then the next step is h of minus k. So reflect the signal, just flip the signal, whichever the signal which is present at the right hand side is now at the left hand side. Okay, this is h of minus k. Once we get h of minus k, we need to go for h of n minus k. We need to shift the signal. For that, redraw h of minus k one more time, same signal, just whatever horizontal axis limits are there, just add n to them. Initially the value is at 0, so 0 plus n will become n, and it is minus infinity, just add n, you will get minus infinity itself. So this is the second procedure. We need to go for drawing of x of k, h of k, h of minus k, h of n minus k. After this much procedure is over, now let us go for different time range evaluations for the overlapping. If we do that, overlapping over different time ranges, the very first observation that we made is that we can make is both the signals x of k and h of n minus k are infinite signals. Hence, only two possibilities exist because both are infinite. So let us first check the first possibility. We know that for overlapping, we need to keep x of k, one signal, the first signal, fixed. So this blue signal indicates x of k. Now the h of n minus k signal, which is from minus infinity to n, the first possibility is keeping this second signal prior to 0, before this, that is on the left side. So if I do that, this both the signals I have drawn it on a single plane. Let me draw it one below the other. If I do that, this is your x of k starting from 0, exponentially decreasing signal, and h of n minus k, this I am keeping before 2. If I keep it, if you observe, there is no common area seen. Okay, hence the product of these two signals is 0. Since product is not existing here, here also you can observe, this is after 2, here it is before 2, putting the second signal. So there is no common area available. Hence the convolution of this is 0 for the first time range when you keep n less than 2. Then move to the second time range when we keep this n greater than 2. Okay, the same thing I have drawn it, both the signals on a single plane. Let me draw it one below the other. If I do that, see, this is your x of k signal starting from 2 extending up to infinity, and this is your second signal h of n minus k. I have kept this second signal after 2. You can keep it anywhere. I have put somewhere here. Okay, if I do that, you can observe this red mark area. This is the common area available for the multiplication. And if you see, the common area available is between 2 to n, because before 2 first signal is 0 and after n second signal is 0. So here on these two sides you don't get any common area, and the product of these two signals is 0. Only the product exists between 2 to n. Okay, with this, let's try to calculate the convolution. We know that convolution is given by summation x of k h of n minus k, and the summation range will become 2 to n because the product is available only between these two, and x of k is half raised to k, and h of n minus k is u of n minus k, that is 1. So now, in order to evaluate this particular summation, what I'll do, I will try to change these limits, and I will try to put the lower limit 0, because if I do that, then I can apply the standard formula for this summation. So let us see how these two limits can be changed. First, k is equal to 2. K is equal to 2. So take 2 on the other side. K minus 2 will become 0. And substitute k minus 2 is equal to, say, some variable L. Then L will become 0. And L is equal to k minus 2. What will be the value of k? K will become L plus 2. Okay, this is the first part for the lower limit. Now for the upper limit, k is equal to n. What is k? k is l plus 2. Just now we have calculated here. K is l plus 2. So l plus 2 is equal to n. So what will be l is equal to? L is equal to n minus 2. So we have got two ranges. Lower limit l is equal to 0. Upper limit l is equal to n minus 2. Let us substitute both. L is equal to 0 to n minus 2. Half raised to k. What is k value? K is l plus 2. So substitute that. And this power, it has got two terms, one is l and one is 2. So half raised to 2, you take it outside, summation half raised to l. Now we can apply this to a standard formula. We know that the formula is summation k from 0 to n alpha raised to k. This is given by 1 minus alpha, whatever maximum limit is there, that limit plus 1 divided by 1 minus alpha. So let us try to apply the formula. Half raised to 2 as it is. The formula will be 1 minus alpha, that is half, raised to the maximum limit is n minus 2 plus 1. N minus 2 plus 1. What will become? What it will become? N minus 2 plus 1, that is n minus 1. So 1 minus half raised to n minus 1 divided by 1 minus half. You can further solve it, no issues. 1 minus half will become half. That half you can take it to the top, and then you can just simply reduce this term and put the answer. So these are the two possibilities for overlapping. And finally you can write your output in a clubbed fashion. For both time ranges, what is the convolution output? You can further reduce this if possible and write the output.